Hey guys, what is going on? We're going to be back here doing another rebuild. This time we're going to be taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I'm pretty sure we're the first YouTuber doing it up in here, so I'm pretty hyped about that. Taking on the Baltimore Ravens here for the first time. So their roster definitely does need some moves, but their tackle situation is taken care of, which is pretty important. I would argue it's probably one of the most important positions is to get those tackles secured. We have a nice young one here in Stanley and Orlando Brown at the right side, who should get better, both of them. They both are star players. Then Marshall Yanda, he usually does retire after year one, so that's not going to really be a factor. He's a real nice O-lineman, but if he retires, it's not going to matter much. Now, I thought Matt Skura was a little bit better than this, but I guess not. He's only a 70 overall. He's got decent awareness, but we'll probably need to replace that position. Tight end, we're going to start Mark Andrews. He's a younger guy. He's younger than Hayden Hurst, and he has a better overall, so we're going to start him. Probably going to have to get a running back. I don't think Mark Ingram's going to be the long-term answer, but we do have Lamar Jackson. Wide receivers are pretty decent. We do have Hollywood Brown here, who I'm wondering what he's going to be like. He still has that hidden development trait. So depending on how well he plays, he could end up being like an X-Factor guy. We'll see. But from what I've seen, he can really be a monster in franchises. He puts up really good numbers. We also got Willie Snead. We know he was really good in the slot in Madden 19. So I put him in the slot as well in Madden 20 just to see how good he is for testing purposes. Go ahead and move on to defense here. So we did lose some nice defensive pieces, like we lost C.J. Mosley. Just a couple pieces were lost. We lost Terrell Suggs, but we did pick up Earl Thomas, who is a X-Factor safety. So hopefully he stays here the whole rebuild. We do have Tony Jefferson as safety. Outside linebackers, Pernell McPhee probably isn't a long-term answer. We do need to find some middle linebackers to replace C.J. Mosley there. That's 100% a big concern. Matthew Judon, I think, can be a nice pass rusher for us. I really like where we're at in the cornerback spot. We have Marlon Humphrey, who I like. We have Tavon Young, who I also like. Jimmy Smith's a bit older, so I expect him to start regressing pretty soon. So we're probably going to have to address that as well. Brandon Williams is about 30. Michael Pierce should be here long term. And then Henry, we'll see how he performs. So a team as a whole, I mean, we're not looking the greatest. We're definitely not. But we do have positions to work around. I think this is going to be a couple-year rebuild to start getting into the mix, at least in this division, because we're in a tough division, keep in mind. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati's not that tough, but still, Cleveland and Pittsburgh can be tough. Let's go ahead and set our season goal. I'm going to say about 7 wins, because we have a couple of issues in certain places, but let's go ahead and get to midseason and see what kind of players we're going to have to re-sign here. So we're back here at midseason. We're not sitting too shabby, to be honest with you. We're sitting at a 4-2-1 record, which isn't bad. We're definitely hanging in there, which is more than I thought we would do year one. I guess we do have some talent. We do have some talent, and I do have something to show you guys here. So Hollywood Brown proves to be a superstar here. That hidden development turns into a superstar. So him and Lamar, they should be able to be, around for the whole rebuild, and that could be a nasty connection with him and Lamar upgrading. Pretty young still, both of them, really young actually. They should upgrade really quickly, so I'm excited about that. Go ahead and check out the players we're going to have to re-sign here at mid-season. Alright, Michael Pierce, we're going to bring him back. We're going to let go of Jimmy Smith. Man, Matthew Judon's 27? I didn't think he was that old. Well, that changes things. I definitely don't want to give him a contract of that size when he's already 27. Willie Snead's probably one of the guys we'll bring back. I like Tavon Young as at least a slot guy. So that's going to be it most likely. We're probably just going to bring back, let's see here. We're going to bring back Tavon Young, Snead, and Michael Pierce. We're going to let everybody else test. So we're going to have some positions that definitely have to improve upon, but I think we can get it done. So we're here at the end of the year. No playoffs. We finish 8-7-1, which isn't great at all. We were on a bit of a hot streak to start off, but it was kind of what I expected. I didn't expect to make the playoffs. Lamar here ends with 3 upgrade points. So does Hollywood Brown. That's nice to see. Offensive line, not a whole lot of upgrades there. Any defensive upgrades to look at? Not much. Not much in the terms of upgrades. That's a little unfortunate for us. I definitely was hoping to get a decent amount of upgrade points. Browns go 11-5. That's tough. We at least finish high in offensive yards, which is at least what I was hoping for, because I think it's going to kind of switch. You know, in Baltimore, it was defensive first. I think it's going to go a little bit towards the offensive first now. But we'll see 4,000 yards here by Lamar, 32 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 63% completion rate. Got to work on that. But he was only sacked 17 times, which is what you want to see there. Mark Ingram has a great year. 1,250 yards, 11 touchdowns, no fumbles. Kenneth Dixon with 10 touchdowns as well. Receiving the ball, 71 receptions, 900 yards, and 8 touchdowns by Snead. Still proves to be really deadly from the slot. Marquise Brown puts up a good year. 81 receptions, 900 yards. He's our leading reception leader. 5 touchdowns. Andrews puts up a good year as well. 73 receptions, 700 yards, 8 touchdowns. 8 touchdowns by Seth Roberts. Okay. Yeah, we did pretty good on offense, especially the O-line. They held up really nicely. Defensively here, we get a 92 tackles by Jimmy Smith, 85 by Patrick Onwuasor. Don't know how to say that name still in Madden 20. 77 by Anthony Levine. Go ahead and check out sacks here. We get 9 by Pernell McPhee, 5 by Judon, 4 by Pierce, who we did extend long term. And 3 by Patrick there. Couple of 1 bombs here. 2 by Williams, 2 by Mack. Interceptions, we get 4 by Earl Thomas and then just 1s. So Earl Thomas leads us by a lot. Marlon Humphrey with 1 though. Bit disappointed by Marlon Humphrey. Would have hoped a bit of a better season by him. He's a decent corner. He's got like an 85 overall, so that's a bit disappointing, but we performed quite well, to be honest, in year 1, offensively especially. So I have a lot of confidence here heading into year 2. So we are in free agency here. Quite a bit of free agents available that are real nice looking. We're offering quite a few contracts. We're going to spend a lot of money here, a lot of money, if they accept it. I'll go ahead and show you my negotiations. We're going to offer a contract here to Kareem Hunt. We do need a running back. That's a pretty primary position for us, as Mark Ingram is regressing a bit. Because the regression system is so bad, you have to replace these older players real early on, or it just doesn't work out for you. So we're going to go after Hunt. We're going to go after Kendall Fuller. And if we're able to get him, that's really going to give us like a shutdown cornerback group. Him and Marlon Humphrey are real young corners. So I expect that actually we'd have a nice trio, because Tavon Young would be able to play the slot. So him and, yeah, that would just be a great signing all around. Going to go after Ngakoue here. If we get him, I'm probably not going to keep him at right end. I'd actually probably bounce him to outside linebacker. After losing Matthew Judon, we do need one of those since we still are running a 3-4. Going to go after Miles Jack. We need to replace CJ Mosley, and I think he's a perfect player to do that. Bring a lot of leadership to our team. And then we are going to go after a bit of an older player here. I know he is 28, but we do need a center quite badly, as that's a really important position on the line. So I'm trying to address a lot of these positions real early on in the rebuild, so we're kind of set. We're going after a lot of young players here, so if they accept it, we're going to have a lot of young talent on the team. So, Ngakoue rejects it. Wow, okay. So we get a couple of rejections and a couple of exceptions here. So Cody Whitehair rejects it, and so does Ngakoue. That's tough. I was really hoping we got him. He was one of the players I was hoping we got the most. We do get Fuller and Miles Jack. Who was the other guy? Oh, Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt just didn't accept? What happened there? We're offering him a mighty big contract. Oh, no, the Patriots are as well. All right, we're going to have to increase his signing bonus, because I really would like to get me Kareem Hunt. We need a running back quite badly with good development. Man, if he chooses New England, I'm going to be hot. Come on, please don't choose New England. Okay, he accepts it. So we get 3 of our 5, which is a pretty decent ratio. So we're in the draft here. We are using a version of the 2020 draft, so we should see some players here that could get drafted next year, which is pretty cool. We need an outside pass rusher. That's 100% somebody we need to address. I'm not a fan of this Jamon Sweet's stats. I'm really not. So I think we're going to go left outside linebacker. Manny Hunter. He's a speed rusher off the edge, and I think he could be a good guy for us. Granted, He doesn't show to have really great finesse moves, which could hurt us, or power move, but we need a nice speed rusher. And if you get a linebacker that's a speed rusher that can run a 4.59, that's pretty insane. And he's 6'5", 250, so we're going to roll with him. He's going to be a 74 overall, okay? He's got hidden development. That's not bad at all for us. He kind of reminds me a bit of a D4, if you guys kind of get what I'm saying. Real quick off the edge, maybe not the most powerful guy, but he's really quick around the edge. And he's most certainly going to be a starter for us heading into this next year. So we're going to go offensive line here, go after Jaden Mooney. He's got the #1 in bench of this class, so that's pretty decent for a left guard. So we're going to roll with him. He definitely looks to be a nice player, got nice pass blocking, nice impact blocking. Okay, well 68 overall isn't what I wanted. But that awareness is pretty low, so I'm going to hope that's what the most of it is. We might actually start him. He's got okay stats. He's got good strength. Actually, I don't know. That run block finesse move is really bad. Ooh, there's a nice wide receiver on the board. We don't really need a wide receiver currently, but I guess we could use it. I mean, we got Will Snead, Hollywood Brown. I guess we kind of do need a #3 guy, maybe a #2 if he is better than Snead here. So this guy has good route running abilities. It looks like he's got a good spectacular grab. Okay, 40, 6 foot, bit low in the weight for being 6 foot for a receiver, but he put up good bench reps, so his strength shouldn't be a problem. Coming out of Iowa, we'll see. 66 overall. Wow. He's got good stuff except catching. It's like everything's good except his hands, which is not gonna work out. God, man, we're drafting a lot of busts lately, man. A lot of busts. Well, we do need a linebacker. This guy might not have the best of combines, but he ran a 4.6 as a linebacker. So I'm thinking maybe just getting somebody speedy back there would help out a little bit. But you know what? A 59 overall. I think we should wrap it up here. The draft, we're not doing too good. So unless I do find a gym later here, I will let you guys know about it. But if not, I'll just see you guys at the start of year 2. Alright, here at year 2, let's go ahead and set our season goal before we take a look at our team. I think we're a playoff caliber team after going 8 wins last year. We improved, so I definitely feel like we should be a better team. Offensive line's a bit shaky, except tackle-wise, which is nice. We do still have Marshall Yanda, which is really nice. He hasn't retired, and to be honest, I'm kind of hoping he's one of those players that don't retire right away. If we could somehow manage to keep him throughout the whole rebuild, I would really love that, but he's pretty up there in age, so I'm expecting him to retire anytime. We are actually going to start that left guard. Center is really bad for us right now. We need to address that really quickly, because if you don't have a good center, that can just wreck your offense completely. We still have Andrews here at tight end, wide receivers, Hollywood Brown's up to superstar development, which is really good. We are going to start that rookie receiver that we drafted at our #3, so we are going to have Snead still play the slot, though, because he seems to do really good from there. Kareem Hunt's going to be the starting running back. Ingram will be the second tailback behind him. Lamar Jackson still upgrading as well, so we got 3 superstars on offense. I'm hoping that we can get one of these guys to an X Factor. Kareem Hunt should be almost an X Factor, because I'm pretty sure once you get somewhere in the 90s range, you can hit an X Factor. So if we could get him that would really help us out. Defensively, we got a little bit better. Brandon Williams is starting to regress, but we still do have Pierce here. Right end really isn't great for us. Cornerbacks, we have a really nice cornerback tandem, though. We got Marlon Humphrey, Kendall Fuller, and Tavon Young. I am going to start Marlon Humphrey over Fuller, because I feel like Fuller is the more guy that can play more man coverage, which I definitely feel like we want to do. I think Kendall Fuller, though, still a really nice corner. We are going to have Young play the slots. Still got Earl Thomas holding on to that 93 overall. Tony Jefferson at strong safety. We did pick up Miles Jack in free agency. Williams here is going to start at right outside linebacker. And then we are going to have Hunter here start at left outside linebacker, and hope that he can really be somebody good. I'm hoping he maybe can end up with that superstar development as well. He was our first round draft pick, so, you know, we really need some production. We need a pass rusher on the outside, and I'm hoping he can be the guy. All right, I see that. We're at a spicy 5-2 to start it off. We know the Ravens always start off really hot, though. And for some reason, they kind of fade towards the end of the year, at least when Joe Flacco was the quarterback. And I'm hoping that's not the case with Lamar Jackson, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and check out some of the players we're going to have to re-sign here. We do have a decent amount of players to re-sign. So I think we need to bring back Marlon Humphrey. Marlon Humphrey for sure we're bringing back. Ronnie Stanley's got to come back. Tony Jefferson's 28. So that's a tough one right there. I don't know if we want to bring him back. Because at 28, he's not like a really good development trait or anything like that. So I don't think we need to bring him back. Tim Williams is probably only the other guy we would like to bring back here. So, because he's a starting right outside linebacker. I don't know, though. That's a big deal for not a great production there. So, maybe we let him go as well. Tyus Bowser. Like, these guys want big contracts. They just aren't producing for me. And I'm real hesitant to sign them because, you know, I'm not going to waste a lot of cap if they're not going to produce. So, for sure, we're going to bring back Stanley and Humphrey. They're in my long-term plans. But for some of these other players that just haven't really proved themselves, I'm not sure. I guess I'll have to wait till the end of the season to see what Tim Williams does. He is our starting right outside linebacker, so we'll see if he gets any decent amount of sacks. And if not, we'll probably let him test. Ooh, nice. All right, we make the playoffs here in year 2. That's what you want to see. Nice turnaround season from not making them last year, you know. Playing the Jets are continually making the playoffs, and so they look like they're going to be a decent team in Madden here. That's definitely a team I probably want to rebuild next, maybe. Or at least sometime. But let's go ahead and check out our stats here. See what some of our guys have XP-wise. I always like to see how many points we get. Ooh, wow. Lamar with 5? Freaking Hollywood Brown with 4 up in here. This receiver Owens has 3. Okay, I see you. Couple of upgrades on the O-line. Actually, a lot of upgrades on the O-line. Defensively here, we get 5 by the rookie we drafted in the first round. Looks like he had a monster here. We get 2 by Miles Jack. Corners with a couple here. So it looks like a successful season, upgrade-wise at least. Man, the Browns are tough though, right? 13-2-1. How do you expect me to beat that? Passing-wise, nearly 4,000 yards, 38 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 64% completion rate by Lamar. Rushing the ball, Kareem Hunt has an insane year. About 1,450 yards, 5.6 yards a carry, 12 touchdowns. Receiving the ball here, 85 receptions, leads the team by Will Snead. 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns, 72, about 1,006 for Brown here. Mark Andrews with 65, about 600 yards and 7 touchdowns. The rookie Owens kind of did a little bit of work, 53 receptions, 500 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt did work from the receiving game, blocking the ball. Definitely the sacks are cutting back. I'm really happy with how our O-line's performing, even though it's not the best. They're performing well. Defensively here, we get 122 tackles by the free agent acquisition here, Miles Jack. And he's always a monster. Is he never not good? Miles Jack's always good. 89 by the rookie Manny Hunter here. That's a good season. 7 sacks. 10 tackles for loss by him. 86 tackles by Earl Thomas. Sacks, we get 13 by Michael Pierce. 7 by Manny Hunter. 4 by Tim Williams. Yeah, we're going to let him go. That's not a year I was looking for from him. Other guys are really shining, and, you know, Tim Williams, he wants a big contract, just didn't prove it this year to me, didn't. Interception-wise, we get 3 by Fuller. Man, we're still struggling to get picks somehow. Couple of 1-bombs here. We get 3 by Fuller, though, coming in. So, all in all, we had a decent year. We finished 5th in offensive yards, and we finish 13th in defense, so that's not bad. So, that's going to do it here for the end of the season. Let's go ahead and hop right into this playoff game against the 8-8 Jets. So, we are playing in a gnarly, snowy game here in New York. We'll see if we can't get the job done. Tough we got to play at New York, right? They finished 8-8 and somehow won the division there. We're 10-6, and we got to go to the Jets, but we'll see what we can get done. You know, they got a high-powered offense here in New York, though, now. But we got a high-powered offense, too. You can't take our offense for granted as we score on the Jets, and I'm hoping we can get a W here. We go pretty big over them. 24-12. Ooh, and Lamar probably... Ooh, yeah, we're going to get a W here over the Jets. We went in convincing fashion, and I kind of thought we should in the first place. That's a good game. That's a good game right there. We'll get the W. Lamar Jackson, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns. But I just think our team's coming together all around. Defensively, offense, you know, offensive line, running back. We just got a lot of good players going our way right now. So, I mean, we can maybe make a run for it. We'll see. We're playing in Mile High here, and we're taking on the Broncos. We know it's going to be cold as hell up in here. Another snowy game for us. We'll see, though. If we can beat the Broncos, we might do something. The Broncos, though, going down the field pretty effortlessly. We put up points as well. It's pretty close right now. We put up points. That might be the difference. We got the ball. We kick a field goal, and we get the win over the Broncos. We do stay alive. And Steve McIntosh doesn't get the job done. Drew Lock is not the starter for the Broncos here. That's a bit surprising to me. I definitely thought by now he'd be the starter, but we get the job done. Lamar has another good game, 3 touchdowns. What's his INT ratio looking like? 3-0. Okay, wow, Lamar playing well. Kareem Hunt, I kind of feel like the offense is going to revolve around Hunt, though, more than anything. We know that the Ravens like to pound the ball a lot, especially now that we're getting our defense back up and rolling. That's probably the way we're going to roll it. I'm not upset at that. It's getting the job done. We get over the Broncos. We're heading to the conference championship. So we are going to be taking on the division rival Browns here. I mean, we got a little bit of a rival going on here, you know. Kareem Hunt's back. We'll see what we can get done. I'm not expecting much, though, to be honest with you. The Browns are really high-powered. We'll see, though. We'll see. They do score 7 quickly. We score 7 as well, but I feel like we're going to need touchdowns, and I just don't know if we're going to get it done. Well, we score a touchdown there. I just don't know if we're going to be able to stop Cleveland. We tie it up late. We get the lead late. Cleveland. We get the W over Cleveland. Are you kidding? Oh, my gosh. We get the dub over Cleveland, and usually Cleveland's just a powerhouse, but we get the dub. Baker Mayfield has a good game. We just got a little bit more here. 35-32. Lamar Jackson leads a game-winning drive there for the field goal, and we go into Cleveland, get the W, and we're moving on to the Super Bowl. All right, well, can we get a Super Bowl W in year 2 here? That would be impressive. That would be really impressive here. If we could get the W, man, we'll see. We're starting off the game. We're going to go normal speed here because I do want to see what's happening. And we get a sack by the rookie. That's what I'm looking for. A lot of disruption on the squad. See what we can do. See if Lamar can get something happening. All right, I'll take that pass. Keep in mind, we're going against a very nice Dallas defense. They got a really good defense. I need a good pass by Lamar. Ooh, it's knocked away. I have a feeling this is going to be a defensive game. I have a real feeling about that. Actually, let's put this on fast. It's going a bit slow. I can't be waiting for this. I need to see. Are we going to get a W already? Come on, Lamar, please. Well, we're winning just off of field goals purely. We're pounding the ball. Please. Oh, my gosh, dude. We can't score. Oh, we score a touchdown. Late in the game, Dallas can't get the W, and we win the Super Bowl just like that. Just like that, Baltimore. We get the W in year 2. Can you guys believe this? For you guys that have seen me rebuild, that's like never happened. I usually don't ever get a W until year 4, maybe year 5, and I usually have to play it, so I definitely am liking the simulation mode here in Madden 20. It's a lot more realistic. We had a really good squad heading into this year. So for us to really make it from the wild card all the way to the Super Bowl is really impressive. We get the W here with the Ravens in year 2. Bit of a shorter rebuild, but that is going to do it for the rebuild, guys. We get the W pretty early on. If you guys did enjoy this video and want to see more rebuilds, please make sure you hit that subscription button and turn on the notification bell as well. I post a lot of videos about Madden 20 rebuilds, franchise modes. I just started a Pittsburgh Steelers franchise mode. We're doing a face of the franchise. Just got drafted. You know, I do a lot of stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, please make sure you hit that subscription button. And let me know what team you want to see me rebuild next. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.